Hi everyone, George here, and I'm at Aquarium Gardens today, and I wanted to show you my favourite aquascape in there. I set it up, I think, nearly 2 years ago. It's going to be stripped down at the end of the month, so I wanted to give you a complete overlook of it, go into some details about the plants and the techniques that are used. Just hope you really enjoy it, guys. Hit that thumbs up if you do, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what's your favourite plant in there. So as you walk in the store, it's just pretty mind-blowing actually. The scapes are all looking amazing right now, and maybe that's time for another video to go through each scape, but we're here to focus on the Aquascaper 1500. It was actually set up in November 2017, so almost 2 years ago. It was part of a workshop myself, and it was quite a nice sort of community vibe. We had a few people helping out scape it. Dave Pearce, owner, was obviously helping, and we had a few members of the audience for planting. And it has just evolved absolutely magnificently. And I've got to give credit to Steve as well, who maintains the scapes in here at the moment. And it's transformed quite significantly. I'll overlay some images of what it used to look like. The main hardscape has remained. The main kind of plant choice has remained. The rocks have shifted significantly. And it's just evolved for the better, I think. It's just looking absolutely magnificent right now. So I'll give you an overall kind of view of it so you can sort of enjoy the wider angle. So starting from the top, we've got the relatively new brands. This is Life Aqua MaxLite. So these are a high-end RGB LED unit. These are 90 watts each. And I think the proof is in the pudding. They're growing the plants absolutely great. The fish colours are outstanding. These are the reddest harlequins I've ever seen. I'm not using any colour correction in this film. So this is a real, true kind of sense of the colours that you're seeing right now. So these are on for I think 8 hours a day. These are attached to the Evolution Aqua lighting hanging kit. And then moving down to the filtration, we've got the Evolution Aqua glass pipe work kit on the right there. And then we've got a regular glass inlet and outlet on the left. And then filtration, we're running the OASE Biomaster 600s. I love these filters. As most of you know by now, OASE support my channel, and I pretty much use their filtration exclusively on my own aquariums. Comes with the inbuilt heater there, and the quick release pre-filter. Actually there's a few different options for pre-filter. You can use carbon, coarse, medium or fine sponge. So you can, if you've got messy fish, you might want to use a coarser sponge. If you just want to polish the water, you'd use a finer sponge. And then we've got the CO2 kit. So we've got a 5 kilogram fire extinguisher running a CO2 arts, pressurized regulator there, running into the inline CO2 diffuser, which is again CO2 art. This creates a really fine mist that gets pumped into the aquarium and comes out of the filter outlet here. You might just be able to see that mist coming out there, super fine mist, which is a really efficient way of getting your CO2 gas into your aquascape. So running 2 of those OASE Biomaster 600 thermos in here, which is perfect for creating good amounts of circulation. You can see the water clarity and you can see the health of the plants. So the aquarium itself, this is an Aquascaper 1500, again by Evolution Aqua, and this is sitting on the raw concrete grey cabinet, which is a very popular kind of modern finish. It has pre-drilled holes in the side for your filter hoses. So the idea with this is that you don't have the hoses running behind the tank, because with Nature Aquarium aquascapes we like to not use any background at all. We rely on the kind of light spill from the lighting to illuminate the background, and then you have this pure kind of white background. And if you had the pipes obviously running down the back, you'd see these and it would spoil the view. So the tank itself is low iron glass. I think this is a 15mm thickness, minimum clear silicone, And the whole idea is to create this kind of floating column of water effect. This is why we use the glass pipes, the clear hoses, the suspended lighting, and you can just see into the tank. Imagine if you had a hood, you wouldn't obviously be able to see this angle. We can have protruding woods, we can have protruding rocks if you wanted, and obviously floating plants. We've got emergent plants here as well. So this is Cryptocoryne petchi, which has been growing out of here for well over a year now. We've got some Bucophilandra, which is starting to flower out of the water. We've got some Limnobium livigatum, or the Amazon frogbit, which is a beautiful floating plant here. And then you can just see some of the surface of the Limnophila aromatica. And actually, this is a really good example of how the plant can adapt from its underwater growth to its out of water growth. So here you can see the red of the Limnophila aromatica here, and then as it grows out of the water, it completely changes colour and leaf form. So this is a lot more robust, as it has to support its own body weight. And actually, interesting fun fact for you, it's called Limnophila aromatica because it actually has a really pleasant smell to it. So there we go. So let's have a look at the plants actually inside the aquarium. The main dominant plant, as you can see, is this beautiful specimen of Microsorum trident, or trident fern. Now, interestingly, we did try to run this aquascape at the beginning of its life without CO2 injection, and we did find that the plants were struggling, especially the trident fern. So CO2 injection was added, and it's been a roaring success ever since. So, you know, Microsorum trident is labelled as an easy category plant, but in my experience and the experience of Aquarium Gardens, it does prefer CO2 injection, and it will thrive with higher lighting levels as well. So do bear this in mind. To achieve this really beautiful, dense formation, compact growth, you will need good lighting, good nutrients, good circulation, and good CO2 injection. So just because a plant is labelled as easy category, it doesn't mean you can succeed with it. You just won't get this kind of beautiful level of growth necessarily. So other plants, let's start from the front. So we have a mixture here of Cryptocoryne parva and Cryptocoryne pygmea. The pygmea is from Aquaflora. I think the parva is from Tropica. It might be Aquaflora as well. And then we've got some Bucophilandra. This looks like the wavy green. We've got some smaller crypts here. This looks like undulata, and then some Cryptocoryne petchi as well on the right hand side. In the background, we've got a mixture of crypts, with the tallest one at the back being Cryptocoryne balansae. And then we've got these beautiful kind of pieces of jumbo bogwood. So I think there's 3 or 4 pieces in here in total. Obviously, most of them are now completely covered with the plant growth. Other plants we talked about the Limnophila aromatica already. There, the beautiful stem plant in the background. Got different mosses in here. Looks like Taxiphyllum Christmas, maybe Taxiphyllum spiky as well. The stone that we're using is Fossilised wood stone, I believe. Got some more Bucophilandra here. Here's a nice flower. So Bucophilandra is one of the few species that will readily flower underwater. Anubias is another one. And see the Microsorum trident, the Bucophilandra, these are epiphyte plants which need to be attached to our decoration, our wood or rocks. Just spotted this beautiful crypt here with this outstanding red leaf. Not sure what species this is. Let me know in the comments if you do know. Some cherry shrimp in here as well. These are breeding like crazy, probably, I imagine, in such a large aquarium. There's some Amano shrimp in here as well. Bittersweet story really. It's actually going to be stripped down at the end of the month. So I'm filming this in August. At the end of the month, Philippe Oliveira is coming over. He's Aquaflora's professional aquascaper. He'll be coming over with Esther Mouse, who is the owner of Aquaflora, and he will be scaping this from scratch. The tank will be stripped down, and then as part of a workshop, Philippe will be creating another one of his masterpieces. And interestingly, Philippe actually created this scape as well. I mean, this is probably a year ago, almost now as well, that this was created. And this is looking really good. And this is also running the MaxLite. So, probably one of the finest Nature Aquarium aquascapes in the UK right now, I would argue. Absolutely stunning use of hardscape. The plant growth is fantastic. So I've got to give credit to the lighting, because we were running 2 Twin Star 600 SPs on here. So similar kind of configuration, but these are twice as powerful at least. And the colour rendition is outstanding. I would say it's similar to the ADA solar RGBs. Very tempted to actually buy one of these myself, because they are, I mean, the colours are just absolutely outstanding. Like I say, I'm filming this with my iPhone without any colour correction in post-processing, just to show you guys how beautiful this lighting shows off the aquascape. Obviously you need a decent aquascape to start with to get the most of it, but really inspiring. Really great to see this evolve over the last couple of years, and it's a real kind of showpiece for the store. I'll just give you a bit of a wider angle view of it, just so you can appreciate the size and the impact that you do get as you walk in the shop. And it's safe to say that Aquarium Gardens is absolutely one of the UK's leading aquascaping specialist stores. Very privileged to have it just down the road. So if you are ever in the area, we're in Huntingdon, Cambridgeshire. Do pop in to Aquarium Gardens. It's open 7 days a week now. And if you can't visit in person, do visit their website. They have a very successful, fast-growing Instagram account, YouTube channel, Facebook page. I'll leave links in the description. Just a really, really great place to be. Expert staff, so if you need any advice on the equipment, techniques, plants, etc., this is the place to be. Okay guys, I'm going to sign off there. Really hope you enjoyed that walk around of this beautiful Aquascaper 1500 here at Aquarium Gardens. Let me know in the comments what's your favourite plant and what do you think to the scape as a whole. Personally, I feel a little bit sad that it's going to be stripped down at the end of the month, but I'm sure Philippe will create something at least as equal to in beauty. So I hope you enjoyed that guys. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. You take care, keep on scaping. Cheerio.